student athletes, coaches, game officials, game day staff, and authorized personnel. Unauthorized individuals violating this policy will be subject to removal from Stewart Field. All right, fans. Now let's meet the starting lineups for today's contest. First, for the visiting Lakeland Muskies. A junior from Hinckley, Illinois. Number 2, Edward Campazano. senior from De Pere, Wisconsin. Number 3, Gavin Pincher. A junior from Carpentersville, Illinois. Number 5, Omero Cornejo. A senior from New Baltimore, Michigan. Number 8, Brendan Perry. A freshman from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Number 11, Dunya Wagner. A freshman from Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin. Number 15, Aldo Rangel. A freshman from Appleton, Wisconsin. Number 16, Max Mirashimi. A junior from Appleton, Wisconsin. Number 17, Weston Hoffman. A junior from Cottage Grove, Wisconsin. Number 18, Jordan Davis Troller. A freshman from Houston, Texas. Number 25, Justin Kane. And the goalkeeper, a senior from Cheyenne, Wyoming. Number 12, Matt English. The Muskies are led by head coach Kyle Quintel. He's assisted by Michael De Silva, Jesus Mejia, and Alessandro Bianchi. And now, the starting lineup for your Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. A 6'2 junior from Plainfield, Illinois, number 3, Matthew Watson. A 5'7 junior from El Dorado Hills, California, number 4, Ben Mel. A 5'8 sophomore from Kimberly, Wisconsin, number 5, Brennan Paradiso. A 6-foot senior from Skokie, Illinois, number 6, Devin Zachary. A 5'8 sophomore from Peoria, Illinois, number 8, Paul Balea. A 5'11 senior from Weston, Florida, number 9, Mateo Sanchez. A 5'9 sophomore from Gaithersburg, Maryland, number 17, Tomas Rebalado. A 6'1 sophomore from Bentonville, Illinois, number 25, Dominic Krupa. A 6-foot sophomore from Larnaca, Cyprus, number 31, Piros Simitris. A 5'11 freshman from Chicago, Illinois, number 34, Adrian Kogayudo. And the goalkeeper, a 6'2 senior from Olney, Maryland, number 1, Adam Falsino. The Scarlet Hawks are led by Marlon McKenzie. He's assisted by Aziz Tar and Julian Soto. And now, fans, if you are able, please rise and remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Stewart Field in Chicago for another presentation of NCAA Division III men's soccer on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Chris Rouse here on the call live in Chicago, where the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks play host to the visiting Lakeland Muskies. This is NAC conference play in NCAA Division III action. We have a bit of a delay today, a bit of a wardrobe malfunction, so to speak. Adam Falsino, the keeper for Illinois Tech, is actually out in his purple uniform, and as we speak, they are currently bringing the gray uniform that he normally wears into the net. That was the issue for the holdup
We had quite a lengthy hold-up before the two teams walked out onto the pitch. But that delay might push our start back, but we have doubleheader action here, and while we have a little break in the action, let's go over the starting lineups. First for the Lakeland Muskies, they come in with a record of 3-9 on the season, 2-5 in conference play, and they'll line up numerically in the field with this starting 11. First in the field will be number 2, Edward Campuzano, number 3, Gavin Pinchard, number 5, Omero Cornejo, number 8, Brendan Perry, number 11, Dunya Wagnu, number 15, Aldo Rangel, number 16, Max Mirashimi, the leading goal scorer for Lakeland with 3 on the season. Number 17, Weston Hoffman. Number 18, Jordan Davis Troller. And number 25, Justin Kane. And then in the net, they will have number 12, Matt English will be the goalkeeper, the 6'3 senior out of Wyoming, lined up in the neon uniform on the north side of Stewart Field, as Illinois Tech will be headed towards the north side wearing their white uniforms. Obviously, Lakeland wearing the blue uniforms, the navy uniforms with the blue patches on the shoulders. Nice blue on blue combination there for the Muskies. But Illinois Tech in the all-white uniforms, they will start with these players in the field. It would be number 3, Matthew Watson. Number 4, Ben Mill. Number 5, Brendan Paradiso. The leading goal scorer for Illinois Tech is number 6, Devin Zachary. Number 8, Paul Balea. Number 9, Mateo Sanchez. Number 17, Tomas Rebalado. Number 25, Dominic Krupa. Number 31, Piros Simitris. Number 34, Adrian Kogayudo. And the starting keeper, as we mentioned, is number 1, Adam Falsino, who has changed his jersey, by the way. He has the gray and yellow striped keeper's uniform for Illinois Tech. Early possession here in the first minute, as Lakeland will get it with Justin Kane throwing in to the south side of Stewart Field. We're happy that you could join us here for today's doubleheader. We started off with the men between these two universities, Lakeland University taking on Illinois Tech. And then, of course, we'll have the women's action to follow. The women's action in the NAC has been very tight thus far. And we expect it to be a fun day of action here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Illinois Tech here this season, known to play some of these low-scoring affairs. Expect them to play more of those 1-0, 2-1 matchups. And even in Illinois, some of the losses for Illinois Tech this season, where the opponent has maybe put 4 on the board or 5 on the board, they've only been able to get that 1 goal. So this has been an Illinois Tech team where the defense has been their strength, clearly, as they've been able to win a number of matchups with their play in net and also with their back line control. Still looking to gain back line control here in the early going. Second minute, getting ready to draw to a close with Lakeland playing the ball over to Justin Kane. Rangel plays it to the outside. That's going to go to Mirashimi. That's the leading scorer this season for the Lakeland Muskies. He's got 3 goals. You expect him to be a factor. He's a 6'3" freshman out of Appleton, Wisconsin. Is Mirashimi. Great size for a forward. Able to see over some of these taller defenders. That's something I have noticed in NCAA Division III. You see that a lot. A lot of the taller players play on the back line. I know Chicago, they had great success with that the year they won the national championship at the Division III level behind head coach Julianne Sitch. Players like Jack Luker heading up that back line. Illinois Tech has some guys with that same kind of size. When I look at Dominic Krupa, you see him right there in the mix. Maybe got away with a bit of a foul there. Krupa goes 6'1", sophomore out of Bensonville, Illinois. But to my point, Mirashimi provides that size for Lakeland to combat the size of a guy, say, like a Dominic Krupa. Meanwhile, here's Illinois Tech in on the attack. A chance to go for goal, and our first touch of the day for Matt English, the 6'3" senior out of Cheyenne, Wyoming, scoops up the ball. If you're just joining us here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network, this is NCAA Division III men's soccer action. 2 matchups today here at Stewart Field. The Lakeland Muskies and the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. This is men's action. It'll be followed by the women's game, approximately 3:30. Scarlet Hawks approaching the net. The shot attempt was blocked, and now we got a battle for the ball between Rebellato and Perry. It goes out of play, and it favors Perry of Lakeland. Brendan Perry, the senior out of New Baltimore, Michigan. Able to force the throw-in for Lakeland, but instead, not instead, but following the throw-in, it goes right back to Illinois Tech. Falsino over to Simitris. Scarlet Hawks with the ball out near midfield. Simitris with a switch pass here as the Scarlet Hawks look to point out the pass. I see Krupa pointing to the sideline. He's got Zachary. Zachary tries to play it back, and there's Mirashimi again. That size, 6'3", able to enter the passing lane for Lakeland and disrupt the connection there between Zachary and Watson. Krupa plays the ball up the pitch. And a mishit there for Davis Troller. It's taken away by Illinois Tech. A lead is played into the penalty area. And there's Cornejo with a smart play, a sliding effort to play the ball out of the penalty area. We've played 5 minutes, still no score here at Stewart Field. Krupa going up against Pinchard. Pinchard only 5'8" compared to 6'1" Krupa. You can hear Lakeland saying that's a big boy in reference to their own player. And Pinchard won the argument there as he won possession. Great effort there from Gavin Pinchard, 5'8", senior. He's listed as 5'8", 138 pounds, going up against Zachary right now, who goes 6 feet, 175. Long throw for Illinois Tech was intended for Sanchez. And now Kogayudo comes away with it. Kogayudo, the freshman, out of nearby Whitney Young. Whitney Young known more of a basketball powerhouse here in the Chicagoland area. But here on the pitch, Kogayudo, the freshman, providing great representation. There's a through ball opportunity for Illinois Tech. The buildup was there for Zachary, but English comes up with the play. And now English will roll it out for Lakeland. Illinois Tech in control of the field position to this point. We're halfway through this 6th minute. Excuse me, through the 7th minute. Now the ball played through for Lakeland. Falsino able to get there for the play. And Falsino scoops it up. Through those first 6 minutes, maybe Lakeland, honestly, I could say Lakeland maybe had the ball on the south side of the pitch literally in the first minute of the matchup. They took the ball away from Illinois Tech. And Mirashimi had gotten involved early on for the Muskies. But other than that, it's been Illinois Tech in possession of the ball and in control of the field position through 7 minutes and approximately 15 seconds. Simitris plays it back to Falsino. And now the Scarlet Hawks with another switch pass. Looking to generate build-up. It's Kogayudo. Brendan Paradiso. Kogayudo looking for the switch pass. He has Sanchez on the outlet. Justin Kane trying to catch up. Sanchez's header sort of died in the air, but it comes back to Sanchez after all. Rebellato into the penalty area. Can he get a good turn? Good effort from Davis Troller to lay the body on the line. And Davis Troller wins possession after all. You love to see that. Jordan Davis Troller, he put himself on the ground first. He was the player that was willing to get dirty. And after all was said and done, he won possession. Illinois Tech regains possession after the ball goes out of play. Rebellato, a chance to go for goal, and that ball instead will leave Stewart Field. And we'll get a goal kick for Matt English. Really the first shot of the matchup. Neither team has really been in a position where they can threaten the opposing keeper. Illinois Tech has been credited with 3 shots to this point in the matchup. That's really the first one where we saw a quality strike. As now we've got Kogayudo with a nice sliding effort on the tackle. The ball will go out in favor of Illinois Tech, but Kane did win the race to the ball. And he also allows his team a chance to reset defensively. And after the effort from Kane, a foul on Kogayudo. Justin Kane, the 5'9", 175-pound freshman from Houston, Texas. Showing no fear there. He laid the body on the line. You see that from this Lakeland back line. There have been three on the back line the majority of the afternoon for the Muskies here. Kane has sort of been on the back line and playing midfield. And here's Rebellato. Rebellato runs into his numerical counterpart, Hoffman. Hoffman wins possession for Lakeland. And Kogayudo snuffs out Lakeland's counterattack opportunity. One pass and right back to Kogayudo. Now a mishandle from Watson. Watson unable to keep the ball in, and Lakeland will get a favorable spot on the throw-in with Justin Kane. Kane's throw goes a little long, but Watson unable to get a quality play on the contact. Kane falls all over the back. Kane goes over the back of Zachary, both players down. That was really just an unfortunate landing for both players. Kane was going up for the ball. And Kane he's the smaller of the two players, lands on the taller Zachary. And Kane is still down. And the officials are going to call for a clock stoppage here. 34-23 remaining in the first half. Kane back on his feet here in this 11th minute. It'll be Watson. So possession will go to Illinois Tech as the foul is on Kane. Bit of insult to injury there as he clearly got the worst of the exchange between himself and Zachary. But he also gets the foul and the ball goes to Illinois Tech. Switch pass for the Scarlet Hawks. They're trying to lead Zachary. Instead, they find the opposing keeper, Matt English. Matt English doing a good job thus far, turning back Illinois Tech. Each team with a foul to this point in the matchup. Kogayudo unable to maintain possession. Here's a look for Max Mirashimi. Instead, here's Falsino, who scoops up the ball. One of the first times we've really seen Falsino get active in terms of play on the ball, as he was able to catch the ball off the hop there. Falsino with a switch pass to Watson. It's been a bit of an adventure so far for Watson in terms of handling some of these passes on the Illinois Tech sideline. Illinois Tech sends it long. One noted development from the Lakeland sideline. They wondered if Max Mirashimi could challenge that back line for Illinois Tech. Probably could create a counterattack opportunity for these Muskies. Constantly hear Lakeland saying, challenge Max, and saying, come on, Max, we need you to challenge the ball. Illinois Tech now calling for tempo. That's Coach Marlon McKenzie in his first season. 2 first-year head coaches in this matchup. Kyle Quintel has the interim tag on his name here. But he is the first-year head coach here for this Muskies team, which right now 3-9, 2-5 in conference play. Coming in following a win in their most recent outing are the Muskies. Ball comes in on the corner. It goes towards the net, and it's cleared out by Perry for Lakeland. Scarlet Hawk throw in. Now the ball sent down, but Illinois Tech's Rebellato able to block. Now a battle between Rebellato and Camposano, and it's won by Camposano. He tries to leave it long, but the ball goes out of play. The intended target there, unable to get to the possession. That was Wangu. Junior Wangu, the 5'8" freshman, listed as out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And we get a foul on the sideline, and there is Wangu as he made a sliding effort on the ball, and he'll get the card. So that would be the first card of the afternoon, and it goes against the Lakeland Muskies. As Dunya Wangu made the sliding effort there on the Rebellato, and that gives Illinois Tech possession. Rebellato tries to continue the attack for the Scarlet Hawks. He keeps the ball in on the end line, but the ball is cleared out. Communication from Lakeland there. And a sliding effort and a tackle. And another foul. This one goes against the Muskies. Krupa looking long. He sends it into Rebellato. Rebellato towards Sanchez. And Sanchez offside as that concludes the 15th minute. Lakeland yellow card in the 15th minute to number 11, Dunya Wangu. So Matt English will place the ball down for a goal kick to resume action. We've played 15 minutes so far here at Stewart Field. Still scoreless between the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks in the white uniforms and the Lakeland Muskies in the blue. Coming up at halftime. 29 minutes, 25 seconds and counting here in the first half, remaining in the first half. Coming up at halftime, we will recap our first half scores and stats, if there are any goals, still scoreless to this point. Preview the second half. Also preview the second half of our doubleheader between these two teams on the women's side of things, the Lakeland Muskies and the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. And we'll go over our NAC men's scoreboard. All of that coming up at halftime as Lakeland tries to get a build-up just before the end of the 16th minute. Unsuccessful for the Muskies as the ball goes out. And now here we are in the 17th minute. Krupa. Ball played back to Lakeland. That was Davis Troller. We've seen Jordan Davis Troller all over the place for Lakeland. Now it's build up for the Scarlet Hawks. Here's Rebellato. Rebellato goes for goal. English able to keep the ball in play. Is still alive for the Scarlet Hawks. Zachary goes down to the penalty area. Good job by Kane to throw the hands up as Zachary went down. There's a bit of a sea of legs there. Everyone trying to get to the ball. And the official felt that was a play on. There was no foul called. Simitris over to Watson. Pinchard in pursuit of Sanchez, and now he tries to apply a tackle. He forces Sanchez to go back to Pinchard. And now Falsino with a touch. Simitris over to Kogayudo. Krupa. That's a pretty good ball for Rebellato. Bit of a misplay for Perry, and that's going to lead to the opportunity for Illinois Tech. Rebellato on the build-up. He goes for goal, but it's off and in for Rebellato. Tomas Rebellato, it looked like it went off the side, but it sort of hit English in the side and bounced in, and the Scarlet Hawks get the goal. Scarlet Hawks goal! Scored by number 17, Tomas Rebellato. Rebellato gets the goal. He beats English. From our vantage point at the broadcast location, it appeared English had first made the save. And then when it went, then the ball took a bit of a funny bounce and then it ended up in the front of the net. Sort of hit that side of the net. And it's a goal for Illinois Tech as they open the scoring to make it 1-0. It was a sliding effort by English in front of the net. And if you heard my call at first, I thought he made the save, and unfortunately for English, that is, it took a bit of a bounce. Goes right behind him into the net. Oddly enough, the Lakeland sideline has actually come alive since the Scarlet Hawks goal. Communication from the Lakeland sideline. They wanted more pressure. Now you see here's Mirashimi starting to apply it on Watson. As is Wangu. Wangu with the most recent goal for Lakeland. That was in their matchup against Wisconsin Lutheran, their 2-1 victory. Krupa plays over to Zachary. The Lakeland sideline wanting a quicker shift to the ball. As now here's Zachary as he gets past Kane. Zachary towards the net. And a goal for Devin Zachary as the Scarlet Hawks extend their lead. Scarlet Hawks goal! Scored by number 6, Devin Zachary. 2-0 Illinois Tech. And it seems like the Scarlet Hawks, we were going over what was coming up at halftime, and we were saying there were no goals scored, and since then Illinois Tech rapid fire 2 goals. And Lakeland actually going to go with a goalkeeper switch now as Zach Hyman's going to come on. And he will take his place in the north net for the Lakeland Muskies. Hyman, a 5'11 senior out of Racine, Wisconsin, wearing number 1 in the neon uniform for Lakeland. Number 22, Ben Taylor, has also come on for the Muskies. A number of subs for both teams. And we'll call them out on the pitch after they do something notable here. We've gotten Taylor, because Taylor literally just walked right past me here at the table. Cal Graham also in, as he had the opportunity to be the outlet for Krupa, but Krupa goes the other way to Mel. Is Rebellato. Ball headed out of play by Perry. And it'll get an Illinois Tech corner. It's a 2-0 advantage for the Scarlet Hawks. Rebellato with a goal that went in off of Matt English. And then Devin Zachary just able to get past that Lakeland back line. And as that play was actually developing for Illinois Tech, I could hear the Lakeland sideline saying he's got to slide, be quicker on a rotation. And as that happened, Zachary went right past for the shot and got the score. The corner comes in, and it's headed away by Mirashimi. Zachary, that's about the same area he just scored a goal. This one goes off the side of the net, and Zachary is down, as it looked like he may have run into some of that north fencing here at Stewart Field. See Zachary slow to get to his feet as Zach Hyman sets up for the goal kick. Scarlet Hawks able to gain some breathing room here in the second. Here with that second goal from Zachary. And in the early part of this matchup, it just seemed as if Illinois Tech, they were thoroughly in control of the possession. They were thoroughly in control of the field position. But unfortunately for the Scarlet Hawks at that point, they were unable to find the back of the net. But since then, the tide has totally turned. With Devin Zachary and Tomas Rebolado finding the net. Here's a build-up for Lakeland. Falsino and Wangu run into one another. And once again, it appears the Lakeland player gets the worst of the exchange as Wangu is still down. I'd like to see the sportsmanship there from Watson trying to help him to his feet. And now Illinois Tech will get the free kick to resume action as Falsino sends it to Krupa. Krupa, good effort by Pinchard, using his body there to shield the bigger player Krupa from the ball and also draw the foul. Trio of subs for Lakeland waiting at the sideline. Also on the sideline, Marlon McKenzie saying that ball was too slow, the head coach of Illinois Tech. He felt that's what led to the foul against his team and a favorable free kick for Lakeland. Perry watches the ball go out of play. Now Perry will quickly throw it in. Looking for Wangu. He turns and has it taken away by Koga Yudo. It was a good turn. It was just a little wide for Wangu, so wide that he couldn't really catch up to the ball. And going up against a bigger player in Koga Yudo. Wangu goes 5'8". Koga Yudo goes 5'11". That was going to be a long run for Wangu to make up for the turn against Koga Yudo. Kane back out there for Lakeland. Remember, Kane had hurt his chest earlier. Got the worst of an exchange where he landed right on the back of a taller Illinois Tech player. And the Lakeland defense able to get a stop on that shot attempt for Illinois Tech. It'll lead to the corner for the Scarlet Hawks. That was Omero Cornejo who got the block. It's Koga Yudo for the corner. Illinois Tech lining up towards that back post. Rebolado going towards the front post. The ball goes long towards the back post and long over everyone as Watson looked like he was the intended target. And a foul against Illinois Tech. Coach Marlon McKenzie for the Scarlet Hawks not happy with that whistle. That also was just not one of the better corners for Illinois Tech. Not one of the best corners we've seen this season. That one well over everyone's head. Even Watson. You know, Matthew Watson goes 6'2". And he had to get airborne just to even make that one look as if he had a chance on the ball. And now here's a good build-up for Lakeland. Pinchard goes for goal, but Falsino able to just get a hand on it. And that'll lead to the Lakeland corner. And the Muskie sideline coming to life here despite the 2-0 deficit. And it'll be Aldo Rangel who'll take the corner. Ball gets airborne. It's right in front of the net, but it's cleared out by Illinois Tech. Rebolado trying to play the ball down the pitch. Nice sliding effort. That's Wangu on the other side with the sliding effort, and he draws a foul. Great play for Lakeland. And now it looks like we'll get a card against Rebolado, and that is the case. So second card of the matchup. Wangu got the one earlier for Lakeland, and now he draws it against Illinois Tech. Illinois Tech yellow card to number 17, Tomas Rebolado. The free kick for Lakeland goes right to the net, but unfortunately for the Muskies, Falsino able to get airborne. Puts the hands out and makes the catch. Now Simitris surveying the pitch is Piros Simitris. Outside build-up with Paradiso for Illinois Tech. It appears as if Illinois Tech just trying to play this one through Piros Simitris, number 31 in white. He's had the ball the majority of this possession, and as I say that right on cue, here he is again. Cal Graham, the midfield connection for Illinois Tech, and it's taken away. Great play by Pinchard for Lakeland. One of the issues on the Illinois Tech sideline these last few minutes, I've been hearing from Marlon McKenzie. He's been saying the play has been too slow. That appeared as if it was a slow development. Kogayudo runs through the ball. And now here's Rangel. Good turn by Rangel, and he sets up the outside opportunity. This one for Weston Hoffman. Watson has to crash on the ball, and now finally a number of subs come onto the pitch. A trio for Lakeland, including Dirk Dale Adema, Brom Dale Adema, and also number 33, Davin Gali. Dirk Dale Adema, number 9, and Brom Dale Adema, number 14 on the pitch. Illinois Tech also had a couple of players come onto the pitch as well, one of them being number 23, Carson Floyd. And the last one charged on right after I made the announcements for Lakeland. Here's a chance for Rangel to go for goal, high off the south fencing. And it will be an Illinois Tech goal kick. Logan Garcia was the other Scarlet Hawk player who came on with Floyd prior to that shot attempt from Lakeland. Here's Paradiso. Paradiso was looking to get the freshly entered Garcia involved. Garcia does get involved, but he draws a foul against Lakeland. Scarlet Hawks with a 2-0 advantage. Tomas Rebolado able to beat Matt English for the goal. On a goal where Rebolado, it appeared as if English deflected the ball and actually made the save, but his save just went right into the net, unfortunately. And then after that, it was Zachary who just took the ball in on this same side of the pitch where Floyd has it for Illinois Tech, except he took it right to the post, and he fired one past English to make it 2-0. Lakeland substitution here. Aaron Priester comes on, 5'9", 155-pound freshman out of Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. Priester replaces Mirashimi. And the Lakeland sideline with some interesting communication. Looking to see who's motivated in this first half as they trail 2-0. Simitris with a switch pass over to Watson. Krupa plays one down the pitch. He was looking for Floyd on the line. The ball went wide out of play, and Lakeland tried to take advantage with a quick throw. Lakeland trying to push along the sideline, and here's a nice charge from Bromdale Adema. Adema goes down as he's fouled by Watson. That's a good show of energy from Lakeland. Sideline for Lakeland clapping it up for Bromdale Adema's show of energy here. Rangel will take this free kick for the Muskies. It's a low liner. And it's headed away by Illinois Tech. Rangel puts that one straight into the air. And it's run down by Paradiso for Illinois Tech. Simitris going to sort of take the air out of the ball as the 30th minute concludes. Simitris looking for the switch pass. Steady to play it up the pitch. And the switch will come later. And here it is to Krupa. Carson Floyd on the outside. Floyd tries to play the ball up. Instead, it's deflected away, and Ben Taylor wins possession for Lakeland. First touch for Tony Jenko, sophomore out of Columbus, Wisconsin. Had the switch pass, but it was a bit of a mishit as Illinois Tech regains possession. Mill over to Paradiso. Mill has been the recipient of a number of connecting passes between that back line and the forwards for Illinois Tech. Also, he's been in on the switches. Pinchard goes down. No foul as Lakeland has the advantage. And now Mill has possession for Illinois Tech. There he is again, Ben Mill, getting involved and stopping the buildup for the Muskies. Miscommunication on the pass for Illinois Tech. Graham was coming back towards the midfield line. The ball goes the other way. And as a result, it goes out of play for a Lakeland throw-in. Rangel. Seeing some clever maneuvers from Rangel with the ball, but unfortunately, it's been a whole lot of nothing. He really only went about 2 feet with those 2 moves. Here's Floyd. It looked nice, though, as Watson plays it on for the Scarlet Hawks. Simitris. 31 in white has had the majority of the touches for Illinois Tech since the Scarlet Hawks took the 2-0 advantage. Here's Kogayudo. Good job by Floyd to knock it down with his body. The ball is played up the pitch and sent out of play by Ben Taylor. That'll stop Illinois Tech's build-up. But the Scarlet Hawks will get a couple of subs involved in the matchup. Alex Malawat, number 2, will come onto the pitch. And number 24, Athanasis Karagiannis, comes onto the pitch. Krupa and Paradiso come off the pitch for the Scarlet Hawks in favor of Athanasis Karagiannis and Alex Malawat. Kogayudo pressured by both Bromdale and Dirkdale Edema. Illinois Tech plays to Ben Mill. Mill over to Malawat, who just came onto the pitch. Malawat with Jinko in pursuit. And now a build-up for Lakeland. Good turn there from Bromdale Edema. He's provided some energy, has 14 in Navy. But Lakeland really needs somebody to provide goals. They've been unsuccessful to this point of the first half. Still plenty of time remaining in the match, including a whole second half. A whole another 45 minutes to be played here. And, of course, the remaining time here in this first half, which, by the way, coming up in approximately 11 minutes. At halftime, we'll recap our first half stats and recap the goals scored here by the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. Goals scored by Tomas Rebellato and Devin Zachary. That's how Illinois Tech has the 2-0 advantage on the scoreboard. Also, we'll recap our first half stats and go over scores from around the neck in the men's side of things. And we'll preview our women's matchup, which comes up following the conclusion of this match right here at Stewart Field. Doubleheader action on the pitch right here at Stewart Field on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Gavin Pinchard with the foul. Once again, we're happy that you're joining us here for the doubleheader action, men's and women's soccer, between the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks as they play host to the Lakeland Muskies. Chris Rouse on the call here in Chicago. Cal Graham looking for Mel. Ball taken away by Lakeland. Bromdale Edema. Nice move on Kogayudo, and he plays it to the outside to Jinko. Ball a little bit ahead of him, and it goes out. Aldo Rangel thought he had a lane. You can hear him actually yelling Brom As he was trying to make a charge towards the net, instead the ball went the other way to Jinko and out of play for a Scarlet Hawks throw. Number of subs for both teams here. So you got Pinchard getting involved again, this time with Nick Skiba, who just came on. 14 in white for Illinois Tech. Anthony Hernandez also came in for Illinois Tech, 33 in white. Chris Gallego, number 32, as you see him getting involved in the ball there for Lakeland. The first-year player out of Sheboygan, Wisconsin. That's Gallego who's charging the ball right now, along with Dirk Dale Adema for the Muskies. Here's Gallego. Gallego was looking for Adema. Adema wanted to shut. He wanted to pass to Gallego. You can hear someone on the field for Lakeland saying that's a shot. And Lakeland's team, they've been communicating with one another the entire match. The energy has certainly picked up since some of the reserves have come onto the pitch. And I have to admit that these Lakeland reserves have flipped the field for Illinois Tech. The ball has certainly been on the south side of the field more since the 2-0 advantage. More since Illinois Tech gained the 2-0 advantage, and more since Lakeland decided when to change their keeper in to decide to go to some reserves that can provide some motivation and maybe provide some energy. Floyd looking for Graham. Ball going long, and it's going to be scooped up by Zach Hyman. Hyman hasn't been threatened as much as Matt English was in the early part of this first half. That also could be credited to what we've seen out of the reserves here from these Lakeland Muskies. Aaron Priester. Priester pressured by Floyd. His pass goes out to Pinchard. It was going for Pinchard. It's off Pinchard, out of play for a Malawat throw. Malawat looking for Floyd. Ball taken away by the Muskies. One of the first times we've really seen Lakeland's back line control the ball. They've done a good job of flipping the field. But the Lakeland back line, we haven't really seen them control the ball much as we've seen out of Simitris for Illinois Tech, or we've seen out of Watson for the Scarlet Hawks. But now the Muskies really just looking for anything to try to get on the board. Pinchard has given them all of the energy they could want from start to finish. Malawat, a long run, keeps the ball in play. Scarlet Hawks just trying to get the ball away from their net, and a foul. That's a clear foul on Cal Graham as he and Taylor get to the ball at the same time. And Lakeland will get a free kick with Taylor quickly putting the ball down. Taylor goes 6 feet, 160 pounds, senior out of Sheboygan, Wisconsin, and he'll put the ball airborne. It was a bit of a low liner. Now in defense to Taylor, there was a bit of a gust of wind there as he tried to put that one into the air. Floyd. Here's Skiba. Nick Skiba sets it up for Graham. Graham goes for goal. He missed it wide right, but he's offside anyway. And now Lakeland will get the free kick. Coach Marlon McKenzie not too happy with the result for the Scarlet Hawks. He wasn't even upset about the shot. He was more upset about the build-up and how the build-up sort of led to the offside. Now Floyd tries to play one in, but he has it blocked. Floyd tries to make a turn on the end line. He loses the ball, and it stayed in play, with Lakeland able to clear it out with Priester. Coach McKenzie calling for the tempo again. He's been calling for that all matchup for the Scarlet Hawks. Watson leaves it to the outside for Malawat. And now we've got a battle on the near sideline, on the Illinois Tech sideline with Malawat and Rangel. Taylor runs the ball down for Lakeland. He's going to send that one towards the sideline out of play. for Scarlet Hawks throw-in. 4.5 minutes remaining in this first half. Tomas Rebolado opened the scoring for Illinois Tech. And Devin Zachary added to it as the Scarlet Hawks were able to score 2 goals on starting keeper Matt English. English has since been pulled by Lakeland for Zach Hyman. And a foul, and it goes against Lakeland's Chris Gallego. Simitris. Plays it up the pitch for the Scarlet Hawks. This is Skiba. And Nick Skiba draws the whistle. Nick Skiba, one of 3 Skibas on the Illinois Tech roster. You got Zach is number 12, Jake is 13, and obviously Nick 14, all from Lockport Township, Homer Glen, Illinois. Illinois Tech taking their time here to wrap up this first half. Ball sent in. They were looking for Nick Skiba. Instead, it finds Lakeland's number 14, Bromdale Adema. Skiba and Pinchard meet at the ball, and a foul on Skiba. Lakeland with Hyman to send the free kick following the official's order to back the ball up. He sends it down, and now a foul goes against Lakeland. So the Muskies had the advantage briefly, but the foul gives it right back to Illinois Tech. Graham plays it to the outside here. Skiba on the build-up. He was looking for Graham, but it's taken away by Taylor. Gavin Pinchard plays to the outside. He's got Gallego. Gallego going against Watson. Oh, the ball stays in play. Let's see who can win the race back. That should be a clear foul on Watson, and that is the situation. Should be a Lakeland ball, clearly, and that is the situation. Good job by Gallego as Watson sort of lowered the shoulder on him there with Gallego going for the ball. Aldo Rangel going for the goal, or going for the free kick here. Favorable spot to go for the goal for Lakeland. They have 2 on the back line, 1 to the front post. The ball goes towards that post. The shot goes for the net, and a whistle, and a foul against the Muskies. It's an unfortunate play there for the Muskies. That was a good ball. They had a chance for Bromdale Adema to go for goal, but unfortunately, the whistle will negate any shot attempt. Scarlet Hawks looking to push the ball up the pitch. And offside against Illinois Tech. The flag certainly went up, but Illinois Tech playing it on here. And it's taken away by Lakeland. 1 minute remaining in the first half. 1 minute remaining in the first half. Final minute of the half. As Lakeland will get the free kick. And the official continues to back up Zach Hyman. That's twice Hyman has had that conversation with the official. And now Hyman will send it down. Final 40 seconds of this 45th minute. Floyd looking for Graham. Graham goes into Cornejo. And a foul. The official will finally get the clock stopped as Cornejo clearly went down. Got the worst of that exchange between he and Cal Graham, and with exactly 27 seconds, the clock will stop for the down player, Omero Cornejo. Cornejo goes 6 feet, 198 pounds, a junior out of Carpentersville, Illinois. And you never want to see any player get injured. And that was just an unfortunate situation there for Cornejo as he and Graham were going for the ball at the same time. And it's been the case today with a number of these plays where the ball has gone airborne. It just seems the Lakeland players continue to get the worst of some of the contact on those plays. We saw that earlier in the matchup with Justin Kane. But it is a good sign that Corneo is up, at least sitting up on the pitch. And Hyman helps him to his feet, and that's always a great sign to see a player get up to his feet and walk off. Or Cornejo doesn't appear he's going to walk off the pitch. I thought he was going to stay for a second, but he is going to have to come off the pitch. Final 27 seconds of this first half from Stewart Field in Chicago. Lakeland trying to get a substitution. They want to get Brian Tavar into the matchup, but they're unable to do that before the ball goes live. Hyman in possession for the Muskies. He'll send it over to Diego Murillo. Final seconds of the half. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Our halftime score, the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks 2, the Lakeland Muskies 0. So halftime here at Stewart Field, Illinois Tech with a 2-0 advantage over the Lakeland Muskies. When we return, we will go over our first half stats. We'll recap our first half goals. Also, we'll preview game 2 of our doubleheader, the women's matchup between these same two programs, the Lakeland Muskies and the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. Also, a look at our men's soccer scoreboard. All of that coming up at halftime here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Halftime score at Stewart Field in Chicago. The Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks with a 2-0 advantage over the Lakeland Muskies. Here at the break, let's go over our first half stats from Stewart Field in Chicago. I'm Chris Rouse here on the call. Here for double-header action. Remember, coming up following the conclusion of our matchup, women's action between the Lakeland Muskies and the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. But our first half stats in the men's action, Illinois Tech with the 2-0 advantage thanks to 2 goals scored by both Tomas Rebellato and Devin Zachary for Illinois Tech. They were able to score those goals past the starting keeper for Lakeland, which was Matt English, but English has since been pulled in favor of Zach Hyman. Illinois Tech unable to score since the goal switch for the Muskies. First half stats, Illinois Tech, 7 shots compared to 2 for Lakeland. 4 of those shots for Illinois Tech on net. Neither of the 2 for the Muskies have been on net. 3 corners for Illinois Tech compared to 1 for Lakeland, so not a lot of set-piece build-ups for the Muskies to even try to cut into this 2-0 Scarlet Hawk advantage. Yellow cards, each team with a card in that first half. Matter of fact, for Lakeland, it was Dunya Wangu. He was involved. He picked up the card for the Muskies, and then he was involved in drawing the card, which went against the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. 11 fouls against Lakeland compared to 8 against Illinois Tech. Meanwhile, 2 offside calls against the Scarlet Hawks compared to just 1 for Lakeland, meaning Illinois Tech is winning the foul battle 8-11. Meanwhile, Lakeland is winning the offside battle 1-2. So at halftime, Illinois Tech with a 2-0 advantage. Let's see how Lakeland attempts to turn the tide. I will say this. Here's one thing worth watching for the Lakeland Muskies in the second half. It looks like they're just looking for somebody with some energy. I can hear it throughout the sideline. They're looking to see who has the motivation, who has the energy to be here and try to get the win today. And right now, the Muskies trailing 2-0 on the scoreboard as they take on this Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawk roster. Illinois Tech 6-4-2 on the season, 2-4 in conference play. Lakeland 3-9. They are 2-5 in conference play. And Lakeland right down at the bottom of the conference. We look at it. Illinois Tech currently in 8th at the moment. And Lakeland sitting right at 11th. Meanwhile, the teams at the bottom of the conference are in action today. Rockford currently taking on St. Norbert. Rockford and St. Norbert playing as we speak. They're deadlocked, dead even, scoreless draw at the break as they still have another 45 minutes to play, so scoreless tie as we speak. And then Dominican with a 1-0 advantage at the moment as they lead over Marion. That matchup should be concluding shortly. They were in the 87th minute last I had a chance to look at that one. So Dominican could very well be on their way to chalking up what would be their 5th win in conference play, send them to 8-3-3 on the season. Elsewhere in the conference, obviously here with Illinois Tech and Lakeland, you have a few other games that are going on tonight. Edgewood and Concordia, Wisconsin will play at 7 p.m. locally. Wisconsin Lutheran will take on Benedictine at 7:30 p.m. locally. And then tomorrow, MSOE takes on Concordia of Chicago, the Cougars. They'll play at high noon tomorrow in River Forest, Illinois. Still to come later today at approximately 3:30 p.m., approximately 30 minutes following the conclusion of our first game here at Stewart Field. It'll be the women's soccer matchup between the Lakeland Muskies and the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks, and that should be a fun matchup. We'll take a quick break, and when we return, we will preview the women's soccer matchup, and then we'll flow right in to the second half of our game here between the Lakeland Muskies and the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. You're watching Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawk Soccer on the Illinois Tech Broadcast Network. Second half action here at Stewart Field underway. Quick start here between the Scarlet Hawks and the Muskies. Illinois Tech with a 2-0 advantage as we get ready to begin our second half coverage with Illinois Tech headed towards the south side of Stewart Field. Lakeland will be headed towards the north side. Didn't really get a chance to get our halftime preview as we expected to go into the women's matchup, which will be coming up next between both the Scarlet Hawks and Muskies. But still coming up following the conclusion of our matchup, Illinois Tech versus Lakeland in women's soccer action. I know in between matchups there typically is a 30-minute delay. I really shouldn't say delay. There's a 30-minute wait in order to go over the field maintenance, make sure the field is right for playing conditions for the women's matchup. And also you have to allow the teams the appropriate amount of time to warm up and get ready for the matchup. Also worth mentioning that this matchup had started behind schedule due to the jersey issue with the Illinois Tech starting keeper Falsino, and of course we've had a number of fouls, subs, and clock stoppages in this matchup. So it appears that the officials are trying to push this one forward so that we can get into the Lakeland Muskies Illinois Tech women's soccer matchup. Say no need to preview it. Let's get right to it. But first we had to play this second half action here on the men's side of things. But still to come following the conclusion of our men's matchup, it'll be the Lakeland Muskies and Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks in women's soccer. That'll be a huge matchup for Illinois Tech, the team currently in first place in women's soccer action, 8-2-1 current overall record, 5-0-1 in NAC play, taking on the 11th place Muskies, who are looking for their first conference win, 0-4-3 right now in conference play, 1-7-3 on the season. Illinois Tech with Rebellato, and looks like we're going to get a goal kick here for Lakeland as Hyman is the recipient of the ball here for the Muskies. Remember, Hyman came in as the reserve goalkeeper for the Muskies. That's after Matt English started the matchup for Lakeland. He had given up the 2 goals to both Tomas Rebellato and Devin Zachary, and that prompted Lakeland to make a keeper switch. And the energy for Lakeland, it's been an interesting energy. The reserves have provided a lot of energy off the sideline, including this player right here, Bram Deladina, number 14. Mishandled pass is won by Illinois Tech, and now Rebellato is fouled by Aldo Rangel. Rangel has been one of the more vocal Lakeland players throughout the afternoon. You can hear him calling out plays and also making statements to his teammates. There's been a lot of verbal communication from the Lakeland side, not just necessarily the sideline, but from the players on the pitch as well. Simitris ready to send the ball in. Simitris sending it to the post. It's Kane who got the header for Lakeland. Lakeland wanted a hand. The official said hit Kogayudo in the head. The ball goes towards the net. The ball gets sent off the fence and out of play for a Lakeland goal kick. Lakeland thought Kogayudo got away with a clear handball. Rebellato also had thought the same thing not too long ago about Lakeland. Neither team get the benefit of the doubt on the handball call. Rebellato wins possession for Illinois Tech. Weston Hoffman was there for Lakeland. The Lakeland sideline wanted Hoffman to challenge the ball there with Rebellato, but Rebellato got the turn. The ball went wide anyway, and right back to the Lakeland keeper. Bit of a miscommunication for Lakeland as they try to get build up, but here's Gavin Pinchard. Pinchard working on his numerical counterpart, Watson. Falsino gets dirty to the ball as the 40 It was exactly 40 on the clock here as the minute had just concluded. We've played 50 minutes here at Stewart Field today. And Illinois Tech with a 2-0 advantage. I mentioned in the open of this matchup, Illinois Tech is a team known to play these low-scoring affairs. And here they are with a 2-0 advantage. Illinois Tech is one of those teams where 1-0 or 2-1 just might be enough to get out of there with the W. And that's been one of the issues for Illinois Tech sometimes. Is they'll get that 1 or 2, but they'll meet a team that they're not there to score 1 or 2. They're there to score 3, 4, maybe 5. And in some of their losses this season, that has been the case. They lost 4-1 to Edgewood here on September the 18th. And then that loss 2 weeks ago today at home against MSOE was a 5-1 loss. The Illinois Tech match against Alma on September the 25th, they needed a late goal to get a tie in that matchup, which was 1-1. And now a yellow card will go against Scarlet Hawk card to go against Kogayudo. Illinois Tech yellow card to number 34, Adrian Kogayudo. In the 52nd minute. Rangel sends the ball in. Krupa clears it out after the penalty there. So the yellow card, second card of the day against Illinois Tech. And as well as Lakeland has played since going down 2-0 on the scoreboard, can't say the Lakelands have had that the Muskies have had too many looks at the net. Lakeland has done a good job of getting in position to shoot, but they haven't really had a lot of quality strikes or quality shots on the net. And now another yellow card. And it looks like this one to go against the Muskies. I believe that was Kane on the card. I'm trying to get confirmation on the number. Unable to get confirmation on the number at the moment, but I believe that was Kane who picked up the yellow card. Lakeland yellow card. To number 25, Justin Kane. So Justin Kane is credited with the yellow card here at Stewart Field. As here's Illinois Tech's 25. Krupa sends one in for Rebolado. He had a couple of players there, Rebolado and Zachary. Neither find the ball. It's Zach Hyman, the keeper for Lakeland. Here's Weston Hoffman. Hoffman on the build-up. Mirashimi had a chance to make a play, but he misplayed the ball there. Rangel trying to play it in. Instead it goes to Falsino. And Illinois Tech able to stop the build-up for Lakeland. As again, that Lakeland sideline. They thought Mirashimi had a run for it. They want him to just make a play, gain possession. Instead, Illinois Tech wins possession. And with a 2-0 advantage, Scarlet Hawks again using their back line to control the ball. And a foul away from the ball. This will go against Lakeland. Seametris. Switch pass for Seametris. And now here's Kogayudo. There was a little bit of chirping going on from the players on the pitch for Lakeland. Even the coaches had to calm down Devin Golly. He made some comments even his own coaches didn't like towards the official. Here's Rebolado. He sets up Sanchez, who goes for goal! Mateo Sanchez fires in. He hits it right on the back of the net. And it's 3-0 Scarlet Hawks. Scarlet Hawks goal! Scored by number 9, Mateo Sanchez. 3-0 Scarlet Hawks as Sanchez extends the lead. And now Lakeland. And that goes back to what I was saying not too long ago in game action. We've seen the Muskies. They've had some solid build-ups, quality opportunities. But the strikes just have not been there for the visitors like they have for the Scarlet Hawks, who extend their lead out to 3-0. Here's Devin Ghali. Ghali going at Rebellato. Rebellato with a good tackle but couldn't win possession. But he did force Ghali to lose it out of play. And it'll be a Scarlet Hawk throw with Paradiso. Illinois Tech looking to take the first half of this doubleheader. Remember, coming up at approximately 3:30, it'll be approximately 30 minutes following the conclusion of game 1 for field maintenance. Women's soccer action right here at Stewart Field. Adema. Ooh, Ben Mill may have gotten away with a foul there, as that was Bromdale Adema was trying to turn. And now here's Rebellato. Rebellato up the pitch for Illinois Tech. Makes a move on the freshly re-entered Jordan Davis Troller. The ball goes into the front of the net, and it's cleared out by Hyman. Ball headed towards the net for Lakeland. And Falsino able to gain possession for Illinois Tech, and he'll play it over to Simitris. 3-0 Scarlet Hawks. Lakeland trying to apply pressure to the ball. And there are 4 Muskies around here. Rangel is also going to join the attack. Now here's Pinchard. Pinchard goes for goal. Oh, that one just high off the fencing at Stewart Field. But even though that was a miss, that was a solid attempt for Pinchard. But it'll be a goal kick. Eduardo Capizano and Dunya Wangu come back on for Lakeland. They both started the matchup, number 2 and number 11. They'll replace Weston Hoffman and Max Mirashimi. Krupa has it for Illinois Tech. And the Scarlet Hawks, 3 goals on the board today. 1 from Tomas Rebellato, 1 from Devin Zachary, and now 1 from Sanchez, Mateo Sanchez. Zachary, the team leader in goals with 9. Sanchez is second with 5. And that goal for Rebellato was his first of the season. Entering today's matchup, Rebellato had 21 shot attempts, but had yet to find the back of the net. He now can put his name in the scorebook this year for the Scarlet Hawks as Falsino clears it over to Krupa. Illinois Tech looking for support. Marlon McKenzie, the head coach, yelling at his midfielders that, hey, we need some support here as the pressure from Lakeland is coming on that sideline. And the ball goes out for a Lakeland throw. Good turn for the Muskies. Here's Rangel. Rangel has been all over the pitch today for the Muskies. He's also been very vocal. You just see him, he had a quick spill and he pops right back up. But now he picks up the foul, does Rangel. Rangel going at Paul Balea. Balea's been relatively quiet this afternoon. Balea, usually one of the players that's heavily involved in the Illinois Tech offensive attack. But we haven't seen Balea really with too many touches out near midfield. Here's Krupa. Ball taken away by Pinchard. That's another player for the Muskies that has certainly done his part to try to get the win today for the Lakeland Muskies. But unfortunately, the visitors yet to find the back of the net here at Stewart Field this afternoon. Rangel out to Gali. Gali on the cross. Looks like that hit Paradiso on the way out. And a sub for the Muskies as Weston Hoffman re-enters. Chris Gallego also will come onto the pitch. Officials say no contact from Paradiso. Paradiso may have gotten Gali, but he did not get the ball. I see Gali holding a leg there. Yeah, Gali is sort of holding his ankle there. I think Paradiso may have caught a contact with his ankle as he was running through the shot there. And the Lakeland sideline. Yeah, Lakeland is trying to get the athletic trainer here for Devin Gali. That's a developing situation on the Lakeland sideline. Dirk Del Edema. Edema battling Krupa. And another whistle, this one against Illinois Tech. As I'm looking at the Lakeland sideline, Gali actually was not the player. Gali is holding a leg. Now, Gali had a leg brace on, but he is not really holding his leg. He was actually helping Aldo Rangel while still holding his leg. So Lakeland had a couple of players banged up on the sideline. Gali appears to be okay. I saw him stand up and go sit on the bench after unbuckling his brace. It was Aldo Rangel who needed the help of the athletic trainer. And Devin Gali was also in the same vicinity as Rangel. He was actually trying to help Rangel while trying to tend to himself as well. So appears Lakeland pretty banged up on that sideline. We've played an hour here in Stewart Field. And it's 3-0 Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. As I say that, Aldo Rangel is up on his feet, and the athletic training staff is taking him to the nearest table. He is up and he's walking around, so this looks like they're going to check out an ankle. Jordan Davis Troller. The ball played in for Lakeland, but won by the Scarlet Hawks. Rebellado's got a long run to beat Weston Hoffman. And Rebellado unsuccessful. Hoffman to scoop it up and throw in. Hyman tried to play it to the middle of the pitch. He does to Hoffman. Hoffman sends it long. Hoffman sent it right to the opposing keeper. The Lakeland sideline actually was pleased with that play. They said that's the right idea. Just got to get the next one. Scarlet Hawks looking for a switch pass here. Instead, it's Falsino. He finds Demetrius. Here comes a trap from Lakeland, but instead, Demetrius quickly gets out of traffic to find Mel. Rebellado with a nice move around Gallego, and now a chance to build up. The ball was going to be played to the middle of the pitch, a centering pass, but Lakeland able to get their bodies in front of the ball and interrupt the connection for Illinois Tech. Justin Kane, he's another one of those guys for Lakeland that's been all over the pitch, but he's also been banged up today for the Muskies. Brom Del Edema. Can't really question the heart of these Lakeland Muskies. I mean, they've been out here battling all afternoon. And while they have not been able to find the net, there are some guys that have just been all over the field, and they have not been afraid to get dirty. Jordan Davis Troller sort of set the early tone for them with a sliding tackle he had earlier in the match. But the result, if it is to hold, will certainly favor Illinois Tech, a 3-0 advantage. And this is a Lakeland team coming in off of a win. And in the NAC, where it has certainly been a battle royal on both sides of the ball, whether it be the men's or women's side of the football here in the NAC. It has certainly been a battle, especially somewhere between 2 through 10, especially when you're talking about a conference where you got 13 teams trying to qualify for the conference tournament. 2 through 8 has been a bit of a mess on both the men's and women's side. Illinois Tech fortunate to be atop of it on the women's side, but they're right in the mix on the men's side. And this would be a huge win in terms for Illinois Tech in terms of getting a win in the conference, even though when you look at the standings, it looks like a win Illinois Tech should have. They're just, once again, just going off the standings and looking at placement. It looks like a win Illinois Tech should have and then can maintain and battle in the conference. But nothing is a given in the NAC. So Illinois Tech to get a 3-0 advantage here, and we've got just under 26 minutes to go. This is a good look for the Scarlet Hawks to sort of have the game in hand, but also get on the pitch and work on some things, because this NAC conference, it has certainly been a tough road. It has certainly been a tough road this season. Think about Illinois Tech, 6-4-2 on the season, 2-4 in conference. Then you think about Lakeland, 3-9 overall, 2-5 in conference, meaning they've actually had it easier in conference, maybe the more familiar opponents for the Muskies. But then when you look at the top of the conference, Dominican 5-0-2, Edgewood 5-0-1, Aurora 5-1-1. Even the top teams in the conference have had ties. They've all had ties, or have a loss already. Aurora's in third place at 5-1-1. MSOE is one of the better offensive teams in the conference, and they lost the other night. So a 4-2, and MSOE is 4-2 in conference play. MSOE got a 2-0 win against Concordia University of Wisconsin, but they're coming off of a 2-1 loss to Dominican. A number of subs for both teams. Set to check in on our next stoppage. Going back to the argument in the NAC, though, you really want to try to get out of there with the win every time out, because even the ties, some of these teams trying to hang on with some of the ties in the conference, not going to be able to stay afloat as the battling for conference positioning and for seeding in the conference tournament begins as we approach the end of October. Jordan Davis-Troller has the ball taken away by Illinois Tech. Scarlet Hawks played down the pitch. There's no outlet on the through ball, and Hyman there again to scoop up for Lakeland. .23 on the clock as Lakeland sends it down the pitch to Kane. Ball goes out of play for another Lakeland throw. Now we get a number of subs for both teams. Athanasius Karagiannis, Cal Graham. Well, that's two of them for Illinois Tech, and Logan Garcia. So that's the trio for the Scarlet Hawks. Meanwhile, in for Lakeland will be Max Mirashimi, Aaron Priester, and Madden Skirka will come on for the first time, number 23 in Navy. Illinois Tech 6-4-2, 2-4 in conference play. And one thing that I have noticed throughout the NAC, you got to take care at home. And Illinois Tech this season 3-3 at home, with two of those losses coming in conference play at the hands of MSOE and Edgewood. This will help them. If the result is to hold, they'll go to 4-3 and then fall back to 1 under 500 in conference play. They'll be 3-4 on the season in the conference. Coming up for the Scarlet Hawks, they have a pair of road games, one at Aurora, one at St. Norbert. And then the Scarlet Hawks will return home for their final two home games of the season, October 23rd against Benedictine, October 26th against Wisconsin Lutheran. And then they conclude the regular season and month on October the 30th against the Rockford Regents. And that's a lot of games for Illinois Tech against teams directly in the mix to try to win the NAC. Wisconsin Lutheran actually coming off of a loss against Lakeland in Lakeland's last outing. And Wisconsin Lutheran is sitting at 5th in the conference. Mirashimi, a chance to turn for the Muskies as he goes against Watson. The ball gets centered into Kokiyudo and is cleared out. Here's Skirka. Thought Skirka was going to go for goal. Instead, he redirects and passes away. Pass to the outside. Centering pass. Mirashimi looking to turn and go for goal. Instead, it's cleared out again by Watson. Here's a chance to go for goal. That one right to Falsino as Gallego gets underneath it. Falsino just going to drop on the ball here and let some of that time run away here. See Mitris looking to Graham. It was Logan Garcia, the junior out of Hoffman Estates, Illinois, number 19 in white for the Scarlet Hawks. Got a brief touch there. Pair of subs for the Scarlet Hawks on the sideline, so they'll wait for the next stoppage, including a new goalkeeper. Garcia, the intended target here for Illinois Tech. And Garcia unable to keep the ball in play, and that'll turn it over to the Muskies for a throw-in. Kyle Quintel, the first-year head coach for Lakeland, continues to look on for the Muskies. He's been looking on intensely the entire time. Looking on with great intensity and great intent as well. We've seen him, heard him calling out the plays, the communication for his team. Here's a chance to go for goal. Simitris knocks it down. He knocks it right down to his keeper, Falsino. But this coaching staff for Lakeland, they've been vocally involved all afternoon. Trying to encourage communication between their players, calling out the plays for their players. But unfortunately for the Muskies, no goals to show for it to this point. We've played 71 minutes. And now the Scarlet Hawks in possession now near midfield. Kokiyudo was coming back to the ball. Thought he was going to get the ball. He was going to be the recipient of the pass. Instead, it goes to Falsino. Simitris plays it up the pitch. Instead, Lakeland gets another touch with Gavin Pincher. Hoffman tries to lead an outside pass. Simitris just watches it roll out of play for another goal kick. And the Scarlet Hawks will get a sub. Adam Falsino will place the ball down, and Falsino's day will come to an end. Jake Skiba, number 13, will come onto the pitch for the Scarlet Hawks. But Falsino's day will come to an end as a result of the entry of number 0, David Rodriguez, the 5'11 sophomore out of Campbell Hall, New York. He'll come in and get some live game action here with 18 minutes remaining here at Stewart Field. We've played 72 minutes. Illinois Tech up 3-0. So 72 minutes for Falsino in the net for Illinois Tech. The last 18 will go to the reserve keepers for the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks, and it looks like Rodriguez will get the call this afternoon. Karagiannis over to Graham. Garcia was the intended target in front of the Scarlet Hawks sideline, but the ball ends up on the sideline for a Lakeland throw-in on the miscommunication. Foul against Illinois Tech as Kokiyudo, who already has a card today, is called for holding Weston Hoffman. 17 minutes remaining here in our men's matchup. Approximately 30 minutes following the conclusion of our matchup, women's soccer action between the Lakeland Muskies and the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. Remember, in between, when we do men-women or women-men doubleheaders here on the pitch at Stewart Field, 30 minutes for field maintenance in between matches. Here's Cal Graham, who's got an opportunity for Illinois Tech. Graham with a chance to go for goal. Graham just hooks it wide. Too much on that strike for a goal kick. Graham one-on-one there with Zach Hyman. There was also some pressure from Ben Taylor, but on the strike, all he had to do was beat the keeper. And Graham drives one wide over the post. Gallego, the intended target of that pass for Lakeland. I could hear the Lakeland sideline saying give him an angle. I mean, Gallego may have gotten caught flat-footed when the pass was sent. Athanasius Karagiannis to throw in for the Scarlet Hawks. The ball sent away by Gallego and headed away. Karagiannis sends it in the air. Yeah, he thought he almost hit Dunya Wangu. You can see Karagiannis and Wangu. A bit of a sportsmanship exchange there. He's saying, "No, I'm sorry, didn't mean to do that," but no harm there. Switch pass here to Simitris. Final 15 minutes and change here at Stewart Field, where if results hold, the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks will get their third conference win of the season. Balea sets it up to Graham. Actually, Graham was on the opposite side. They were going for Jake Skiba, and Skiba gets called for offside. Here's Chris Gallego in possession for the Muskies. Nice move around Garcia by Gallego, and now he has space to build up. His pass goes wide of the intended target, which was Mirashimi. Also good news for Lakeland, Aldo Rangel is back on the sideline. Remember, we mentioned how he was getting treatment from the athletic trainers earlier. I think they just wrapped an ankle for him, but he is ready to come back onto the pitch for the Muskies. Kogayudo with Karagiannis. Karagiannis caught it out, and he's going to be the recipient of the pass for Kogayudo. Karagiannis looking to lead it for Mel. The ball gets knocked down, and now Mel can play one to the outside. He hits Jake Skiba, does Mel. And now Skiba plays it back for Illinois Tech. Krupa looking for Garcia. Garcia actually goes inside. There Gallego comes underneath to send the ball out of play for a Scarlet Hawk throw-in. Karagiannis was the intended target. Kogayudo, low line drive, wide left, out of play for a Lakeland goal kick. Trio of subs for Lakeland. Dirkdale Adema and Bromdale Adema return along with Aldo Rangel. Dunya Wangu, Weston Hoffman, and Gavin Pinchard come off the pitch. And what an effort from Gavin Pinchard. He's certainly provided the energy for the Muskies. He's been all over the ball. He's been causing all sorts of problems for Illinois Tech. So a well-deserved rest for 3 in Navy as now we get a foul. And it appears that both teams now just starting to get those reserves, some of that valuable game action. You know, it's nothing like actually getting on the pitch and playing in a matchup like this where you can get valuable game action. There's a shot for goal from Mirashimi, but it goes high off the fencing. And now the subs come onto the pitch. Brian Tavar in for Lakeland. He'll replace Skirka. Actually, no, Skirka will stay on. It'll be Campazano who comes off the pitch. And Ben Mill comes out, replaced by Hernandez. Anthony Hernandez, 33, comes back on for Illinois Tech. He came into the first half. And right on cue, there's a quick touch from Hernandez. Build up for Illinois Tech. Ball goes in. Skiba tries to cross one over for Garcia. Garcia's going to have to make a long run to the corner, but he's unable to save it as the ball goes out of play right in front of the Illinois Tech women's soccer team, as you can see on your screen, as they come onto the pitch, getting ready for game 2 of our doubleheader. Women's soccer matchup featuring the Lakeland Muskies and the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. Head coach Roshane Ellison's team in first place, looking to protect home field in game 2 of our doubleheader. Chris Rouse on the call here from Stewart Field in Chicago. We're glad that you've been able to join us for game 1 of our men and women's soccer doubleheader. In this men's matchup, 3-0 Illinois Tech. Goal scored for Illinois Tech in the first half by Tomas Rebellato, beating Matt English, and Devin Zachary also beating Matt English. And then in the second half goal, Mateo Sanchez scoring, beating Zach Hyman. And that's how we've gotten to this 3-0 score that you see on your screen right now here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Skiba over to Graham. Bit of a collision out near midfield as Illinois Tech gets built up for Graham. Graham sends it in, a chance to go for goal! And it's successful for Illinois Tech. Jake Skiba finds the back of the net. It's 4-0 Illinois Tech. Scarlet Hawks goal! Scored by number 13, Jake Skiba. Goal assisted by number 27, Cal Graham. So 4-0 Scarlet Hawks. And the Scarlet Hawks add on to their lead here at Stewart Field. And that was almost fitting. I was explaining the goal scored to this point in the matchup. And Jake Skiba gets in on the scoring himself. As Illinois Tech just continues to pour it on here against the Lakeland Muskies. Tomas Rebellato, Devin Zachary, Mateo Sanchez, and now Jake Skiba. That goal for Skiba, his first of the season. Same with Rebellato. Zachary with his team-leading 9th goal, and Sanchez is second on the team with 5. Looking at the Lakeland sideline, the reason for the delay is the injury right now to Zach Hyman, who's down for the Muskies. Hyman is currently the keeper. Now, remember, Hyman is the reserve keeper. He came into the matchup to replace Matt English. English is back on his feet and could possibly come back in if needed here. But it doesn't appear that that will be the case as action resumes. (4-0 Scarlet Hawks. Illinois Tech looking for their 3rd conference win of the season. Remember, Illinois Tech 2-4 in conference play, looking to get back to 500. And this is an Illinois Tech team right in the mix of things in the NAC. But unfortunately, sub 500 certainly won't get it done in the NAC. But sub 500 right now, at least with time, being 1 under if you're Illinois Tech, that's a position where it's much more manageable, especially knowing you have about 4 or 5 more matchups in conference play. It's those teams 2 and 3 under starting to run out of time here with maybe 5 or 6 matches remaining in conference play. There's a chance for Graham to go for goal. Skiba tried to pay him back, but Graham unable to get to the ball. Lakeland trying to switch the ball. Skirka. Ball played up the pitch here for the Muskies. And Adema plays it to the outside. Aldo Rangel, good to see him back on the pitch. He was holding his ankle earlier. He's been one of the more vocal players for the Lakeland team today. Here's Kogayudo. Over to Simitris. He sends that ball towards the scorekeeper sideline. Garcia running up the pitch. Nice move by Garcia to avoid the Lakeland defense and play the ball back to the back line for the Scarlet Hawks. Hernandez over to Kogayudo. Ball played to the outside, and here's Illinois Tech. Skiba with a maneuver. He tries to play it for Hernandez. Now it's Karagiannis. Athanasius Karagiannis loads up, and it scores the goal! Athanasius Karagiannis extends the lead for Illinois Tech. 5-0. Scarlet Hogs goal! His first of the season, scored by Athanasius Karagiannis. Scored in the 82nd minute. $5-0 Scarlet Hawks. Karagiannis gets his name into the scorebook. And Lakeland actually now they will go with the change in net as now it will be Matt English returning. Coming off the pitch is Hyman. Hyman is still hurting his hip. He's still holding his hip, his left side. Remember, he was on the ground not too long ago following the Scarlet Hawks goal. There was a bit of a collision at the net, and now Lakeland to switch keepers. Illinois Tech trying to get a pair of subs in as Kogayudo will come off the pitch. And Simitris will come off. Coming on now for Illinois Tech will be Tatum Miller, number 32, and Harrison Bray, 36. Miller is a 5'11 freshman out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Bray is a 6-foot freshman out of Richmond, Virginia. Action resumes now. Lakeland in possession. Game 2 of our doubleheader scheduled for approximately 3:30 local time between the Lakeland Muskies and Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks in NCAA Division III women's soccer. Still to come here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. I'll be on the call for that one. As Illinois Tech in first place in the NAC looks to protect home field as they take on the Lakeland Muskies, who look for their first win in conference play. David Rodriguez tried to send the ball down for Illinois Tech. Here's Cal Graham. Back to Skiba. Skiba had to go earlier where I mentioned where it was Skiba who sort of ran into Hyman as he scored. They sort of collided on the ball, and it allowed Illinois Tech to go up 4-0. Here's Logan Garcia. Garcia sends it long for Graham. That was a bit of a back kick opportunity for Tatum Miller. Here's a chance to go for goal now for Illinois Tech. And the ball sent in, but cleared out by the Muskies. That was Tatum Miller, the freshman out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, who tried that back kick opportunity. Miller's actually charging the ball. Miller out of Alderdice High School, same high school as rapper Wiz Khalifa. I know he had a certain music project by that same name. And now Tatum Miller representing Taylor Alderdice High School. Ball played through. Chance to go for goal. Saved by Rodriguez. As that was Brendan Perry who charged the ball for the kick opportunity, for the kick to go for goal. Quality strike. But his kick went right into the chest of the opposing kicker, of the opposing keeper, Rodriguez. Final 5 minutes and change. The Lakeland Muskies women's soccer team, they've been on the pitch the entire matchup. They've been on the sideline about where that last throw-in came in. They've been there the entire matchup watching the men's matchup. They get ready to take the pitch shortly against the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks women's soccer team, who looks like they have their, I know I see a number of red hoodies over there. I don't think that's going to be their kit for game 2 of our doubleheader. Lakeland Muskies in the navy, Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks in the white. Looks like that might be our color, our uniform matchup, our kit matchup for game 2. That remains to be seen. Just like the final 5 minutes of this matchup remain to be seen, where Illinois Tech currently has a 5-0 advantage. It's been all Scarlet Hawks really in the second half of this second half. Meaning Lakeland, there was a point where they were down. It was 2-0 at halftime. Lakeland still felt like they had a shot where the reserves had played. But as this match continued in the second half, the 3 goals, Sanchez, Skiba, Karagiannis, all with second half goals for the Scarlet Hawks to put this one out of reach for the Muskies. Here's Kyle Graham. Graham assisted on the goal by Skiba earlier. And Karagiannis took a long distance shot, which found the back of the net. Graham sends it in. Miller might get a chance here. That was Nick Skiba who had a chance. Here's his long distance shot from Malawat. That one going to be played by English. It appears Illinois Tech at this point, they're just trying to get a shot and get shots on the board for some of these reserves. There was a play last time where on that last touch where Skiba had the ball, and everyone was saying, shoot it, why not? Here's Graham. He'll go for goal. English made the save. Garcia, rebound, goal! Logan Garcia. He kept his eyes on the prize, did Garcia, and he found the back of the net. Scarlet Hawks goal! Scored by number 19, Logan Garcia. Scored in the 87th minute. Garcia, with the celebration, he went over to take a putt, and he puts one home to make it 6-0. Garcia also will come off the pitch. And that extends it out to 6-0 Scarlet Hawks. First goal of the season for Garcia. And final 3.5 minutes to be played at Stewart Field. Remember, coming up next, women's soccer action at Stewart Field between the Lakeland Muskies and the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. Both teams have taken their spots behind their respective sidelines, as you probably can see on your screen at home. And they're just waiting for these final 3 minutes to conclude so they can then take the pitch. We've got next here at Stewart Field, women's soccer action coming up next here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. That should be a really fun matchup. We didn't really get into the second half, the preview of that game at halftime due to the quick start of this second half. Trying to stay on schedule for the second half of our doubleheader as Kane sends it away. But this is an Illinois Tech team firing on all cylinders. Pretty good win for the Scarlet Hawks last time out. A win on Wednesday right here at Stewart Field. And Illinois Tech, seems that Coach Roshane Ellison, he has his Scarlet Hawks women's team. They look like they're ready to sort of, I don't want to say gain revenge, but I guess atone for not winning the NAC a year ago. Here they are again, right back in first place. And what a high-scoring affair it was for the Scarlet Hawks in their 4-2 win against Dominican. Certainly some highlight-worthy goals in that one from Nervarte and Georgiorian, as the Scarlet Hawks got out of there with a 4-2 win against a very tough Dominican team. Also, Katie Chismerick with a pair of goals in the matchup on Wednesday, one PK and one in the field. A lot of weapons for Coach Roshane Ellison and the Scarlet Hawks. And they'll have a chance to display it in women's soccer action coming up in approximately 30 minutes following the conclusion of our game. Wangu with a chance to make a play on the ball. Ball scooped up by Illinois Tech. Again, Rodriguez turning back a Muskies scoring opportunity. 1 minute remaining in the match. 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 Ball played through for Cal Graham. Graham goes for goal. And the save by English. And Illinois Tech unable to score there, but a 6-0 advantage. Just what the Scarlet Hawks needed. They'll get to 3-4 in conference play. As the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks will send Lakeland to 3-10 on the season. They'll fall to 2-6 in conference play. Illinois Tech to 7-4-2 on the season. They'll go to 3-4 in NAC play. And remember, it's huge for the Scarlet Hawks to keep pace in a jumbled up NAC going 2 through 8. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Our final, your Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks 6, the Lakeland Muskies 0. Coming up next here at Stewart Field in approximately 30 minutes, women's soccer action as the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks women's soccer team takes on the Lakeland Muskies. That's in approximately 30 minutes. 30 minutes for field maintenance. So Illinois Tech takes game 1 of our doubleheader, 6-0 over the Lakeland Muskies. Game 2 coming up shortly here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. And what a day for Coach Marlon McKenzie's team, as the scorebook was wide open for Illinois Tech. It was Tomas Rebellato who started them off. Devin Zachary, he went second in the first half, and then the second half for Illinois Tech, that's where it was 4 players finding the back of the net. Mateo Sanchez with one, Jake Skiba, and how about the goal from Athanathis Karagiannis from long distance, and then Logan Garcia with the final score, the final goal on the board as Illinois Tech wins it 6-0. Women's soccer action coming up in approximately 30 minutes. It's scheduled for a 3:30 kickoff right here at Stewart Field. So we'll take a break for field maintenance, and when we return, it'll be Illinois Tech women's soccer right here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. From Stewart Field in Chicago, I'm Chris Rouse. You've been watching Illinois Tech men's soccer on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Our final, 6-0, as the Scarlet Hawks defeat the Lakeland Muskies.